Hey guys, it's your boy Triple J back at it again with another epic theory video. Today we're going to be tackling a character you've all been waiting for. His name starts with a G, ends with an R. He has simultaneously the most lore and the least lore in video game history. You love him, you hate him. It's Gaster. That's right, the biggest honker in all of Deltarune. This mad lad has remained a near total enigma who nobody has even tried to make a theory about. Is this because there's not enough evidence to reach any meaningful conclusion? No, it's because every other theorist is nothing but a tiny baby too weak and afraid to tackle the Gaster on account of them being so scared of making theories that are wrong. But I'm not afraid. I make theories that are wrong every day, and that includes today. But wait, there's more. Not only will I be solving the biggest, most sexy mystery in all of Deltarune, but this video will also act as a follow-up to the single most beloved, most canonical, most well-respected theory in all of Toby Fox history. That's right, today's video is a sequel to Sans is Ness. This beloved piece of fanfiction is almost perfect, with nearly every single conclusion it reaches being 100% right. But there's always been one small plot hole that I could never get out of my mind. If Sans is Ness, then what happened to his skin? How did he lose his skin, Matthew? Well, rest assured, my skin-loving viewers out there, I have an answer. The reason Ness lost his skin and became Sans was because Gaster stole it. But wait, I can hear you thinking, Triple J, how could Gaster have possibly stolen something? It's well established that he is a law-abiding citizen. But that's where I'm going to blow your minds for a 17th time. You see, there is one piece of media that is widely known to be the biggest inspiration for Toby Fox. This piece of media inspired much of his style and is referenced constantly in his work. You know what I'm talking about. Starts with an E, ends with a D, and is widely regarded as a cult classic. I'm of course talking about Hot Fuzz. This classic 2007 comedy is referenced everywhere in anything Toby Fox works on, and Gaster is no exception. It's widely accepted in the theory crafting community that Gaster's appearance is specifically a reference to the appearance of the goose from this film. But wait, it goes deeper than that. You see, this goose plays the role of an irrelevant minor antagonist in Act 1, but by Act 3, the major plot twist of this movie is that the goose was the real mastermind all along, and he proceeds to gorge himself on the other villains in order to ascend to godhood and become the final boss for the heroes to face. And what's the name of the hero in this story? That's right, his name is Angel. Coincidence? I think not! In case it wasn't obvious, this entire parallel is very clearly showing how Gaster will sweep in during Chapter 3.2 in order to defeat the Roaring Knight and battle the Angel for supremacy. But more importantly than that, by connecting Gaster to Hot Fuzz, we can now prove he's the one who stole Sans' skin. You see, if you've collected the secret goose egg during Chapter 1, you can click on this car in order to get a secret interaction in which it says, I kid you not, there is even a goose inside this one. Pretty on the nose, Mr. Fox, and we know Gaster stole this car because geese can't drive. This is also a blatant callback to Hot Fuzz, as the goose in that movie infamously steals a car during his plot to achieve godhood in the third act. And with that, I have now solved the greatest mystery in Deltarune, Undertale, and the larger tri-state area. You can tell this is true because I wrote it down here in my script. But wait, there's still more time left in the video. What could this mean? Well, you see, my dear viewers, I need this video to reach the pinnacle of comedy by having it be precisely 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. So in order to do that, I will be adding an additional section here at the end where I do nothing but breathe heavily into the microphone while you stare at a blank screen. And why should you do that instead of just clicking off this video? Because I might hide a secret Easter egg somewhere in this section, and I might even only show it on screen for a single frame. So if you want to see it and make sure you're in on all the incredible secrets, you have to watch this next part without blinking from start to finish. Before I begin, I'll go ahead and sign out. Subscribe for more epic theory content and give me money for my drug habits. This has been your boy, Andrew Cunningham, signing out. Peace!